coming today. For those I haven't had a chance to speak with, my name is Mark Reynolds. I'm the Corporate Communications Representative for the U.S. Postal Service in Chicago. And I guess it falls to me, of all people, to officially say, Happy 60611 Day! It doesn't happen very often that the zip code and the date coincide, but it does happen. This will be the only day that it happens in Chicago this year, so this is a special distinction for Streeterville and the area. I know that you all are very busy, so I want to just go ahead and introduce a couple of people before we start. First of all, some folks you already know, Buffy Surgeon of 606 Day. Buckner of the Streeterville Chamber of Commerce. And there's Art Pia back there, who's where we will be seeing in just a little bit. Janice Hall, who is actually a supervisor at the Fort Dearborn station, but she's been invaluable both over here on Ontario Street and here at Streeterville as well. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce to you her boss and my sort of boss, the manager of post office operations in the city of Chicago, Mr. Donald Nicholas.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
What a fantastic day to be here. You know, as I was driving over with my staff, this unveiling today has some really special implications for me, because I am a former resident from immediately across the street. Thank you. Well, my view has changed. I was telling the staff on the way over, I used to be able to see the lake, Grand Park, and then I get here and say, okay, it's be a little different now. But that just shows what a great place this is to be. The year when I was here previously in Chicago, during my first assignment, I stayed over in McClurg Court for an entire year. I did not use my kitchen until the very last day of that year. I mean, this is such a vibrant area and neighborhood that every single day I found something to do that took me outside. In fact, what was really funny, I didn't find out that my oven, my stove, did not work. I actually had leftovers. I said, I'm going to warm them up as I packed to move. And found out it didn't work, so I guess, as I got with the landlord, I guess I could have had some kind of reprieve, but not knowing until then, I lost that. But again, it's a great day. I'm glad I'm coming here. I just most recently was postmaster of Birmingham, Alabama, before I came back as manager of post office operations. I am responsible for all delivery and retail throughout the entire city of Chicago. So I do work invaluably with Janice Hall and her team at 60611, 6010 out of the Fort Dearborn station. They do a wonderful job being responsive. When I saw this location for the first time, I just thought, what a grand choice. What a great opportunity and a great way to reintroduce our organization, the Postal Service, to the community. So I will not delay matters any further. I again welcome and thank everyone for your participation here today. And I'd like to bring up Buffy so that we can do the unveiling. As you know, we're going to have a local cancellation of the Streeterville station. So anything mailed out of here today, you can get that cancellation in. As always, I would not be doing due diligence to my job if I did not say go buy plenty, get the postmarks and use those as a keepsake for forever. So again, thank you and welcome. Yeah, let's get the artist to come forward, and we are going to which way? Second. Okay, all right. 1, 2, 3.
That is.
Both of you, show me.
Actually,
Your left hand, please.
I'm going to do
Look at me, look at me.
since we don't have any other
That's lovely.
This is the part of the program where I was hoping to have some elected officials to say a few words, but since none are here, I'm going to draft Mabel to sort of represent the broader world, just to wave and say thank you for being here.
Uh-oh, somebody trying to mail something.
Good morning, everyone. I want to congratulate you for this beautiful area. I come to your post office at least 4 times a week.
Thank you very much.
And we just want to welcome you into the community. We are so grateful. Your staff is wonderful. And the 60611 celebration, I think, is such a remarkable and fantastic idea. My head goes out to Buffy for a job well done. With her for this event. My members are very excited about it tonight, so I know it's going to be a blast. So I look forward to seeing all of you tonight, and we're going to do a whole week of celebration. Wow. She's doing a pub crawl. We have a history. We have a drink. So I'm just really happy. At the end of the month, we will be having a newsletter coming out, and this will be part of the newsletter. So again, have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Do any of you know this guy?
Yeah.
Well, for those of you who don't, we do have a Cap Streeter for Newbies presentation. And here to give that is my college classmate, sort of, Rosie Harris.
Thank you, and good morning. There are 77 officially defined Chicago community areas in the city, and more than 200 defined distinct Chicago neighborhoods, and there are also 52 zip codes. Most communities, defined or otherwise, are descriptively named: Lakeview, Lawndale, Bridgeport, Grand Boulevard, West Ridge, Chicago Lawn, Uptown, Westtown. Others are named for American presidents: Lincoln, Jefferson, McKinley. Others for foreign heroes: von Humboldt and Marquette. Others for their developers: Dunning, Morgan Park. Still others for institutions: St. Ben's and DePaul. And at least one neighborhood proudly describes the profession of many of its residents: Hill Hill. What are we to think then of a Chicago neighborhood named for a law-breaking, alcoholic ne'er-do-well who 125 years ago, almost to the day, landed his self-built, leaky, storm-unwieldy boat, the Rutan, on a sandbar 6 blocks away from here and claimed the surrounding land for himself? Well, we think the world of this neighborhood. And today we think well of George Wellington Cap Streeter, born in 1837, who died 90 years ago. What has prompted many of us to rethink the image of Cap Streeter? Like many in the community, I advocated for a statue of Cap for years and was thrilled to bring the idea to a table where Lee Golub also sat. Because of Golub and Company, we not only have 2 properties named for Streeter, but also the statue just outside. I realized, though, that I didn't have a clue as to what the statue should look like. I think I assumed it would portray a tipsy Cap Streeter at the helm of the Rutan, an unkempt Ma Streeter by his side. Instead, artist Dennis Downs gave us a standing, dignified Streeter, top hat and Sunday best suit, lovingly holding his Jack Russell Terrier Spot. I asked Dennis how he came to choose this image. First of all, Dennis asked me, would you really like to have a statue of a drunk in the neighborhood? Fair enough. But then he went on to recount examples of Cap's courage. He fought in the Civil War. He built 2 boats from scratch and successfully plied the daunting Great Lakes. He successfully defended himself against assassins hired to kill him for claiming land that under the law he was entitled to. He was loyal. Dennis said he loved his 3 wives to death.
Wow.
And he loved his dog. His weaknesses, he had them. And the swells with clout exploited them. But what we think we know about Cap Streeter is largely a creation of the media and a myth. Thursday is Cap Streeter Day in 60611. The statue in front of this building